Oh, they're still, oh, yellow and blue. So, to fill you in, the one in the navy blue tracksuit, he's foaming at the mouth and he's getting very emotional at another man who was sat down drinking, saying, "You all make fun of me! You all make fun of me!" There is a big problem with Great Britain, is that it's quite a small island, and everywhere you go, you're like, oh, amazing, I'll go and sit down in the grass over there and meditate. Please keep to the footpath. I put an ice cream tub lid here to remind you. And what's our government doing? Just this morning, Sir Keir Starmer, he's like, no, I'm not going to encourage native British people to have children. That's none of my business. However, importing another 4 million, sometimes illiterate, sometimes culturally incompatible people, that's very much Prime Minister Keir Starmer's business. A couple of years ago, I came up here to Clitheroe. Clit hero, the hero of Clits. Clitheroe. I was upgraded on my, you guys know I rent a lot of cars. I was upgraded one Christmas to the GLE 400D. Big D, the massive D, 400 of them. And that's a Mercedes big 4x4. Except I'm not sure, no it said a 4MATIC on it or something. Anyway, so I turned up with this £120,000 4x4 off-roader to my friend, and I said, mate, where can we just go off-road? Where can we just go off-piste and just tear up some mud? And like, let's get the car dirty. Let's bounce it around a bit. And he's 36 years old. He's lived here his whole life. And there aren't any just free open areas that you can just go like in the dirt. You know, if you're in Brazil or Canada or America, massive countries, you can travel 5 minutes and there's some unclaimed land, some like fucking public land that anyone can go and dirt bike on, mountain bike, have a bonfire, go off-roading. But here in Britain, you want to go off-roading in Britain, you have to like book some specific private land off-roading 4x4 space. And it is a bit annoying. And so anyone that's moved from a city where there's like big open parks everywhere and you come to the countryside, like what I'm doing right now, a landowner could come and scream at me because I'm on his private land. And it wasn't, it's not everyone's idea of the countryside. Like, there's a little path down there where the landowner, it's a public path, and he's put a big metal fence on either side, and it's like you're running some sort of like demented, deranged gauntlet. So, yeah, there's no space in Britain. Let's import another 4 million people. I also must stop reading the news. I think, because I'm a YouTuber, I need stuff to talk about and think about and rant about. But no, real life is the real news. 3 high-profile cases, 2 of them in Greater Manchester. The first one from about 2 weeks ago. A mother with I think a 10-month-old baby. She's like, it'll be fine. She went on holiday to Ibiza for a week. Came back, the baby's dead. She's in jail now. Last year, it's just been tried in court now. A nurse in Greater Manchester. She had a 10-week-old baby. 2.5-month-old, little baby. She fed it. She's like, I've not got a babysitter yet. I'm a nurse. I work for the National Health Service. Do you know what she did? She went to work for 10 hours, came home, her baby, you guessed it, didn't make it. And again, in Greater Manchester, I saw in the Manchester Evening News today, 4 beautiful kids. 2 sets of twins this mother had. and they were like 2 years old, 1 year old. She decided to lock them in the house, go shopping. She went to Sainsbury's, which is one of our major supermarkets. Came back however long later, and yeah, you can guess the status of all 4 children. Yeah. Now, had I not been on the news, I wouldn't have been emotionally affected by these stories. Would I have been ignorant or none the wiser? Yes, but happier. People are just mean, rude, arrogant, ego-driven little demons. Just like, even just from today. Here we are under the oak tree. You know, I recognize that from the Oak Furniture Land advert. Their logo is literally 2 of these leaves. So being a clever guy, I'm like, yeah, that's oak. Oak! So I was with Laura and Ralph, the baby. We parked up at Aldi in Didsbury High Street. Didsbury, darling! And we got a space in parent and child parking, and we parked away. And then we're walking along the pavement, and there's a guy in an unauthorized spot. He put his car to block the whole pavement, and as he's getting back in, I was pushing the pram. I said, oh, just so you know, mate, you know, like, I can't get the pram past. We've had to come onto the busy road. If we're in a wheelchair, it would have been big problems. And he's like, cool, yeah, cool. So I kind of crack a comment like, not that you'd care anyway. And he goes, yeah, you're right, I don't. So I just screamed at him, and I swore, and I said, yeah, I could tell you effing twat. And I got so angry. Like, if I was some random busybody, I was literally a dad pushing a pram. And it reminded, like, the way I said, I got so mad. Have you guys seen the film Dead Man's Shoes? Dead Man's Shoes, good British indie movie. And there's a great scene where he's in the pool hall, and that little chavvy dealer, he's dealing, and he notices the older brother, staring at him. And he goes up to him, and he's like, what are you looking at then, mate? And he's like, you cunt. And this last bit is a shout out for all my fellow autoimmune condition sufferers. What have you got? A bit of IBS, a little bit of ulcerative colitis? Or are you a bit like me with the Crohn's disease? Are you an old crone with a Crohn's disease like me? I have to inject myself with like this kind of field morphine, except it's adalimumab. I swear to God, adalimumab. And I get the strangest inflammations. And I know pain. Not just emotional pain. I know physical pain. And for the last 3.5 days, the whole left side of my skull, ear, back of throat, jaw, dental nerves, hyper painful and inflamed. Can hardly move, can hardly talk. I'm currently on a strong dose. I'm on a cocktail of painkillers right now. I hope it's not making me slurry and weird and act non-sober. I don't think it does. They're non-drowsies. Non-drowsies. But I just want to say, you know, a lot of people watch my channel, a lot of elderly people, a lot of disabled people, a lot of people who are in pain. So this shout out's for you. If you're in a lot of physical pain and everyone around you is still a complete asshole, I understand. I feel your pain. This channel is for you. And so, this is Charlie Veach, as always, from the sunny, look at that, the sunny, warm, 20-degree Indian summer, September climes of Clitheroe in the Ribble Valley. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you as always on the next one.